I have everybody's attention now?
Welcome to STS Radio.
You just wait and see how far we're gonna go.
Because regular radio fucking sucks.
It's been a while.
God damn it, I was gonna say, you start singing that fucking song, man. Fucking
No, I actually don't like Stain that much.
good.
Although I had to teach that song to somebody, and it really pissed me off. They were like, "Oh, of all fucking songs to pick, you're gonna pick that." Oh, whatever.
Oh, God, just garble marbles in your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
So it's been a while since we casted, man. What have you been up to?
A lot, dude. Looking for new work, working on a blog, working on a Let's Play channel on YouTube, and I actually technically kind of officially got word from UMass Lowell today that I'm accepted as a student, so sounds like starting on the 22nd I'll be starting my Java classes, so fucking A.
Fucking A, dude. Nice. Way to fucking go with that one, man. Shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it.
Shit.
So yeah, I've been a busy motherfucker over here.
Shit, man. You're making me feel inadequate over here. Jesus Christ.
Well, I've had a lot of free time. So
yeah, it's like, Andrew, what have you done? Gone to work, played SpiderMan. That's it.
Which SpiderMan?
The PS4 SpiderMan game.
I'm still behind on consoles, dude. I still my most recent console is the fucking PS2. Dude,
holy shit, dude. This SpiderMan game is just holy shit. Like you played the Spider-Man 2 for, was it like PlayStation 2 and Xbox, right? Yeah, although honestly, I kind of like the first one better. I think the regular Spider-Man, and they did it on both. I think PlayStation and N64, but the PlayStation was cooler because it had the full motion, or the full motion video instead of the pictures. No, I do. Okay, I think we're talking about different Spider-Man games here. You're talking about the regular Spider-Man game. I mean, the one that was based off of, like, the Tobey Maguire movie. Oh, I'm familiar with it. I think I remember you playing it at school. I think so. And if I remember, it was pretty much like those other Spider-Man games, but just done up like the movie. So it was a little bit different. But I remember the intro level in particular being like, "Hey man, this is pretty similar to the first level of the other game." Not really. Like the first level in the first one was like you're sneaking around like the warehouse, like Uncle Ben gets killed and whatnot, and you find the warehouse where the killer is, and like you have to sneak around and like take out his fucking underlings and whatnot, kick his ass. And isn't it the Shocker is the first enemy, the first boss or whatever? I think that's the one in the regular Spider-Man game that you're thinking of. Oh, I thought that was the Scorpion. I don't know. It's been a while since I played that one too, but Jesus, man, shit. It's been a while. Sorry. Fucking kill you. God damn it. Just kick your fucking door down like, why the fucking herp? So you're liking this new game? I'm digging it, man. I'm really digging it. Like, the past couple of, like, superhero games that I've been playing, man, like, they've been really fucking good, which, goes to, like, Spider-Man, Batman, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City have been really fucking good. Nice. The only thing that really pisses me off about fucking Spider-Man is, like, I bought it when it like first came out, so it was like $60 brand new. And then, months down the road, like now, present times and whatnot, there's like, oh hey, there's like 3 new levels, and you have to pay for them, otherwise you can't get them, and there's extra costumes, and it's like, God fucking damn it, can you just sell me a fucking complete game, please? Yeah, seriously. Like, I mean, can you get extra costumes like you could before, where like you unlock them or something? Yeah, like there was unlockable like costumes and whatnot for doing like other shit in the game and whatnot. But like this one's like, oh, we have more costumes, we have more levels, there's more game for you to play, and like if you want to get all 3 chapters, it's like $25. Oh fuck that. Yeah, I'm like, good God, guys, come on, fucking really, man, Jesus Christ. Yeah, man, like downloadable, like added on content, shit like that is really making the gaming industry, like I haven't been, like I said, I'm not up to date on the gaming industry whatsoever, but from what I hear, like that is really a thorn in the side of a lot of gamers, is having to buy all the extra content. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely been a thorn in like my side as well. Like another thing that they're really pissed off about is like the what the fuck was it? Like the loot crates that are in the game, you know what I'm talking about? No. Okay. Well, I mean, I know what a loot crate is, but they have them like in a game now too? Yeah, they essentially, a loot crate in the game is essentially like if you go to like a store, and you want to buy like extra like hit points, or you need like extra parts to make like this weapon, you can use real money to spend on that. And it's like, guys, what the fuck? Please, like, stop.
Yeah, the only case where I see that makes sense is like if I think back to the days of like I was actually just playing Dungeon Siege, and they released, back in the day it was pretty popular for people to release expansion packs, so they released one called like Legends of Arana or whatever the fuck, and you had to spend like, I think the original game was like $20 or $30, and then the expansion was like another 15 or 20, but it was like pretty expansive, and it was like a whole nother, like it added a lot to the game. So, like, I can understand in that scenario where all of a sudden now you have, like, a bunch of stuff that you want to add to the game all at once. But, like, it seems like most games these days, when they're releasing stuff, they already have some of these extra little bonuses planned and put off to the side. Like, oh, if you spend this much more, you get Kurt Angle, or you get this costume, or whatever the hell. It seems like they already come, like, pre-designed with stuff in the background that they're just not releasing yet. It's not like they're working on shit and they're going to expand it later. No. It's there. You just can't have it unless you pay for it.
Yeah,
and that's bullshit.
Yeah, and it fucking drives me goddamn nuts, man.
Now you don't do very much like PC gaming, right? You do most of console.
No, dude, I haven't played PC games since since college, actually.
I was gonna say when we were playing baseball, probably.
Yeah, when we were playing fucking baseball and had this CSI game that was on the computer there, and fucking Counter-Strike. That was pretty much it.
CSI. Oh, the old TV show there, like the crime scene.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that game.
Yeah, like they bring you in as like a rookie and whatnot, and you have to like solve cases and shit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That wasn't too bad. Huh. I was just like, all right, fuck it. It's a mystery game. All right, fuck it. I'm game for it.
Yeah, why not?
And I think I ended up getting it for like $10 used or something like that. I was like, all right, this is worth it.
That was so funny though, like to be in the same room with one another and play baseball over the internet.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck were we doing?
Fucking A, man. It's just...
Like, we're in the same room together. We have a game console. We could play on that together, like, right now. No, fuck that. Let's connect over the internet and play baseball.
Yeah, and there's you and me thinking to each other, like, yeah, we could do that, but I don't want that motherfucker looking at my screen. Meanwhile, you're literally, like, less than 5 feet behind me. If I just turn to my right, I could just be like, all right, motherfucker throwing a fastball. Okay, I got this shit.
Yeah, we should have put up like screens or something. Like when you were a kid and you had to do like, remember, like, I don't know if you ever had that, like when you were younger going through like grade school and you had those little fucking cardboard things they put up at your desk so you couldn't cheat.
Yeah, I remember doing that. Like they would always tell us like, okay, here's a couple like folders and whatnot, just set them up and just set them up to the side here so nobody's cheating. It's like, who the fuck would want to cheat off of me, dude? Like if they want to cheat off me, go for it. They're not gonna pass, but Jesus Christ, go for it.
Yeah, I'd be the motherfucker like drilling holes in it to see if I could like see through to the other people's shit. I actually, that was one time I got detention when I was younger, is I actually did get caught cheating on a math test, I remember, and like, I don't know, I was pretty young.
Fucking really, man?
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of my first detentions. Another one was because I got actually a few because I didn't do book reports because I really hated reading when I was younger, but yeah, that changed a lot actually because now I read a shitload.
Yeah, same here, man. Like, what's been in your bookcase right now?
Well, lately I'm reading a lot of Java books, like Java programming, so it's nothing like for fun. The only thing I'm reading like for fun right now is a book I got when we went to see, my mom actually took Liz and I to go see Jackson Galaxy, that cat behavioralist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from My Cat from Hell. So we went to see him live back in November, I think it was, like right around Thanksgiving-ish. And I bought his book, and actually, funny thing is, like, they had the books there on sale. They had to sign up, like $20 for a book. I'm like, yeah, that's not bad, $20 for a book, cool. And I open up, I was just kind of standing in line waiting, and I'm like, I wonder if it's signed. And I open up the front cover, and sure enough, it is signed. But they didn't advertise that anywhere, that like the books are signed copies. And I was like, oh, fucking A. And for $20 to get the book and it's already signed, like, I know he's not like a big deal celebrity or anything, but I still thought that was pretty fucking cool.
Shit.
So that's what I've been reading kind of like for fun, is his book. I don't remember what it's called, but if it's in the other room, and if I had the title right here, I'd plug it for him, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
Fuck it, whatever.
You can Google it. But then I also, I haven't completed it yet. What I've completed recently is another Charles Portis book, he wrote True Grit. I really like him, but I just finished Masters of Atlantis, which I think I told you about off air at one point. Maybe not.
Definitely possible.
Well, we were kind of thinking of ideas like to make like little short movies or a movie. We were talking about those kinds of projects.
Yeah.
And I thought I had sent you this idea, but maybe not. Like I read this book. It's called Masters of Atlantis, where like this kind of average guy stumbles upon a cult, and through this weird like series and twisting of events, he thinks that he's like the leader of the cult, and so he starts changing all the rules and shit and recruiting people, and it's sort of like Fight Club, but not really. But it was sort of like, to me, when I read it, I took that as like a tongue-in-cheek approach of like this guy who honestly is like just this normal guy suddenly gets like tossed into this stuff and thinks that he can, like, I don't know. I thought it was kind of an interesting idea, and I thought it would be funny if we made a movie like kind of based on that, where either something really outlandish and horrific happens, like where they start murdering motherfuckers, or if like something really hilarious happens and like he gets arrested a la Monty Python or something, like one of those like black comedy kind of style. Like it could really go either way.
Yeah, that could definitely work, man.
Well, the only thing is, if it is based on the book, like I don't think we could do that unless we have the rights.
Yeah, and we really can't.
Yeah, so
and if we wanted to, I think there's like Stephen King has like a collection of like stories and whatnot that he sells to like film students for like $1.
Oh shit.
And like I think it's just, you know, for movie rights to like go and make the actual movies themselves, but it's something to look into, man.
Yeah, definitely. Because I've been sitting here trying to like think of, hey, what could we do? Because I'm sort of thinking like the Robert Rodriguez approach, where he like literally sat down when he was going to do El Mariachi. He sat down and he was like, okay, what do I have access to? I have a turtle, I have a guitar, I have a car, I have a bus. He's literally writing down a list of things he has access to. And even Kevin Smith said like, hey, I kind of took that from him. And he's like, well, I have a store, I can go film in the store. So it's sort of like looking around at other movies that are, that don't require really any special effects, that you could do kind of anywhere. Like think about like Rounders. Yeah. There's no real effects in that. It's just guys playing poker and shit like that. But that was a pretty big and awesome movie, That
was, man. Fucking Rounders was shit, man.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Same here, man. I used to bust Ben's balls because he he actually used to be able to like almost quote that movie like in entirety. Like, I would be like, all right, what about this scene? The professors are all sitting around the card table and whatnot. And what does Matt Damon say to the guy? And he would just rattle it off. He's just like, all right, this guy has this guy has this. He's folding. And just like would do the whole fucking scene. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you fucking like Rain Man?
That's insane.
Jesus.
I mean, to be fair, I think we have that level for like Lebowski.
Well, yeah, but I'm just
there's the movies that like certain people just gravitate towards and they just soak it up.
Yeah, but I mean, like with Lebowski, at least it's like it's short little quotes and whatnot that you can just like fire off at random. Like this was
That's
like
true.
This was almost like a whole fucking monologue for like 3 minutes.
That's true. That's true. It's sort of like, although, I mean, you don't have the entire movie, but you got a good, like, big chunks worth of, what's that fucking movie? The Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
Al Pacino.
Yeah, dude, I used to fucking have that whole, like, end speech just memorized, man. Just,
yeah.
Fucking Pat showed me that in college, man. I just kept watching it, so I'm like, this is fucking great. Like, this is Pacino at some of his best.
You watch something enough, man, you'll just soak it in.
Yeah, you definitely do, man. But like, even with that one, there's still like little like little quotable like moments of it. It's like, where's the chicken?
Yeah.
They got a chicken here. Plays tic-tac-toe. Never loses. He's famous.
Never loses, like you.
The guy's just having like tic-tac-toe.
That's another great movie. Long as fuck, but great.
That is, man. Like a shit. Do I even have that on Blu-ray?
See, I didn't jump all my movies to Blu-ray. I kind of went in order of like my absolute favorites, and then movies that I knew like visually would look better on Blu-ray. Like Terminator 2 is a good example. Like it is one of my favorite movies, but also just it's a visually awesome fucking movie even today. So I was like, I want that on Blu-ray. The highest possible, quality.
Well, yeah, and there's a couple where I've actually like upgraded to like fucking 4K because like when my Blu-ray player like shit the bed, I was just like, well, fuck, I can get a 4K player and a fucking Roku for the same price as a wired like 4K player. I'm like, well, fuck, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
So I got a couple of like 4K DVDs and whatnot, and eventually I'll get like a 4K TV and whatnot, and make it impressive and whatnot. But Jesus, man. Like,
yeah, see, I don't really want to make the jump to 4K, honestly, because I'm just waiting for the next jump, like to 8K or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, which I think they may be doing that soon. Who knows? But
really?
But yeah,
I just pulled that out of my ass. If that's true, that's crazy.
Who knows, man? Like now they got everything like, oh, we got a curved screen, or this one has like 50 billion colors in it.
There's always a gimmick.